Well, the Blue Gamer Bluecast starting soon. Hey, come on by, it's Crazy Taxi. Hey, good morning all. Welcome to the Blue Gamer Bluecast morning show. I'm your host, Adam Blue, 30 plus your video game enthusiast and industry analyst. Today for March 25th, 2025, we'll jump into the latest gaming news, what I've been playing, etc., etc. Hey, Talos Mobius Latronum, it's good to see you guys in the chat already. A few little interesting news items I came across. There's not a whole ton of news, but I think it's because there's going to be a lot of news here soon. You know, for instance, the rumor is there's going to be like 2 different Nintendo Directs coming up. I think one is tomorrow and one is next week, right? Isn't that? And I'll look that up here to confirm because that's why you guys came here, right? Because I'm just curious how much they're going to show of, you know, the Nintendo Switch 2, but also, let me actually screen share. Nintendo Direct rumored to take place this week ahead of Switch 2 reveal. Rumors suggest another Nintendo Direct will take place this week before the Switch 2 reveal on April 2nd. Sources hint it may focus on upcoming Nintendo Switch games. Nate the Hate, who leaked the Switch 2 announcement date, is uncertain about the Direct's format. Nintendo continues to expand its reach with new stores. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just curious to see in the next couple weeks what kind of information we're going to get. Sony's also aiming to make a state of play kind of like what E3 was originally. Oh, yeah, I think that's what these companies are now trying to fill in and do is have their own little thing. Just with Nintendo, I'm curious. This is actually a very interesting website. It's called The Shortcut. Is it? Okay, it looks like it's a Substack. Is it Nintendo or is it yeah, I was about to say video game news. Oh, it seems like it's anything really, but it does have its video game stuff. Anyway, yeah, get ready for April 2 at this exact time. Interesting. Yeah, I can't wait. The Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order date is likely Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025. And we think the pre-order time will be 10 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, I'm actually curious myself. So what you're telling me is Devolver Digital called it years ago? Yeah. Never forget the presentation calling the game industry just doing all their own. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was funny. But I guess it was slowly getting to that. And it's almost like, you know, when you're in the gaming industry, there's a couple things you think a lot where like physical games are digital, but they're still the same price or more expensive, you know, and that was that whole lawsuit. And then the other thing being the sort of marketing that takes place with gaming. Like, do we need to spend all that? But sometimes I think there's something about having a bunch of people together. But anyway, let's jump into what I've been playing. I didn't play Assassin's Creed yesterday. I didn't play too many games yesterday, but I did play Rendering Ranger R some more, or R2. That's what I was playing the other day on stream, and you know what? The game is so hard. And look, I almost got all the achievements. 2 hours and 49 minutes. And it's funny because that's not a lot in relative to like playing Assassin's Creed, right? Like Assassin's Creed Shadows, that only says 1 hour, but on the Ubisoft app, maybe it's 7 or 8. It's so different when you play an older game and a newer game. A newer game, it's like you're taking in the atmosphere, the environment. There's a lot of like cutscenes and talking, and you don't really even get into the core gameplay sometimes until after an hour. But with like Rendering Ranger R, I'm in the core gameplay immediately, so it's 2 hours and 49 minutes of just core gameplay. It's very interesting. So here's the other thing with Rendering Ranger R. I was talking about how hard it is, and I was playing. Was I like playing it yesterday? I was just talking on stream or something, and I was like, I'm having to use save states, although it's an option in the game. Yeah, I just consider because of when this came out, that wouldn't have been around. But yeah, using save states was one way to get to where I needed it to, like, to the point to where I'm almost trying to just 1cc a level. But later levels in the Rendering Ranger R2 is insane. There's one level that had 3 bosses in it. Like, I'd beat the boss, but good, level's over, and then it just keeps going. I'm like, okay, so I'm going and I'm playing like a whole other level, and then there's another boss. Like, this game is hard. Like, at first I was like, oh, this is pretty easy, you can figure it out. But what it is later is there are a lot of... It all started where I realized save states don't work, and I have to rewind. Is a level where all of these enemies come on screen for probably a good minute. I'm telling you, 60 seconds and I probably redid my save state maybe 50 times or more. I'm not joking. And it's just impossible. Like, you have to get hit. I couldn't do it without getting hit. So I just had to minimize my damage. And then there's a level later on where it goes so fast, but you have to go up and down in the ship, and you're not fast enough. You have to get hit. But then I saw a video of a guy doing it, and then he like turned his ship around and went the other way. And that didn't happen with me until later in that puzzle. I know it's kind of hard to explain without visuals, but anyway, super hard game. I don't think I would be playing if it wasn't for the rewind. So I appreciate that. Good old easy to learn, hard to master. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see. I'm going to because I didn't play anything else yesterday. I didn't really feel like playing Assassin's Creed. I mean, I like it a lot, but I feel like, and here's the thing with these games, and I think this was the same with Valhalla. It's like I'll get an Assassin's Creed and I'll play it for some time and then I'll just stop. The last one I actually played through and beat was Origins. And it's not because I don't like them. I just think it's one of those examples of a game that's made for everybody. They're making it for everybody. So for me, there's so much about it I don't care for, but there's a lot about it I do like. How else are we able to get a triple A experience like we are? And remember, this is not even Unreal Engine. So the experience as a gamer playing a high-end AAA game like this that's not Unreal Engine, it feels really good. So while I may be, getting bored of Assassin's Creed and I'm ready to move on, just jump in every once in a while, I can't deny the fact that I'm glad a game like that exists and needs to exist, and it's good to be there to jump into. And that's kind of how the Assassin's Creed games work anyway, because you're jumping in and then looking at the map or, okay, what's the next thing to do? Like, you could play that game. You could go a year without playing Assassin's Creed and going back and then, get back into it, Okay, so that is that with what I've been playing. Kind of boring. Actually, no. That Rendering Ranger is awesome. I just mean it's boring in terms of, like, it's not the modern game. And I've been thinking about this lately. There's that guy, I forget, Luke Stevens. He's a video game YouTuber. Tons of subscribers. He does what I do, yet he does it for a living. But I realize most of the time I don't care what he talks about, because I've realized, and it's because that's actually who he is as a person, and so it works out perfectly. Or he's smart enough to make it a business. His topics on his video game channel are really all what is the biggest mainstream video game topic right now? And that's what he's talking about. Like right now, it's just mainly been Assassin's Creed. Before that, whatever the game was that came out, I'm trying to think. Like I remember Starfield, big deal for him. Those mainstream games. Like when the stuff was going on with WB covering that. He's not a negative person, which is good, but he would never cover Rendering Ranger R, for instance. Okay, so Xbox Series XS is testing a new Game Hub feature where launching a game shows an info screen first. This seems like a little thing, but I'm actually just kind of curious the idea about this. I guess there's a little video, so you click the game, and it doesn't launch it right. Actually, I like this. I have accidentally launched games from the home. Actually, it was funny. Even my wife did the other day when we were playing It Takes Two, when she hit Assassin's Creed. So I can actually see where this functionality comes in good because you press the button and then it brings up something, which is a lot of good info because you could decide, okay, where I am achievement-wise, what I need to do next. You could look at the size of the game if you want to uninstall or add something to it. Events. So for me, the big thing is news. And that's what I like about Steam is Steam has the best news and updates for games. The Epic Game Store doesn't have it. The Xbox Game Store doesn't have it. I mean, you can dig around, but anytime if I've bought a game on Epic or Xbox, I actually use Steam to keep myself updated with what's going on. Because it's easy. So I kind of like that they're doing this, and this is actually good to consider with, a gaming handheld coming out, or just functionality in general when you're wanting to play. I think what's going to help Xbox win this sort of multi-platform phase they're going into is providing a very high-end feeling experience when playing a game. Having these rich options here, I think, helps out. Yeah, I love I know it's kind of tiny, but at the top you can see developer, year, and size. And, I guess depending on the game, it would say play anywhere or whatever. Interesting. So, it doesn't say when it's coming out, but apparently this is for beta people that are on that beta thing, that Xbox Insider, I think. So, okay. All right. Okay, let's look at this Inzoi, because, yes, this is impressive. Inzoi, I don't know how you pronounce it. That looks impressive for multiple reasons. So I talked about this, I think, yesterday, because it comes out this week. And it's occupying the #1 spot on Steam. Interesting. So this is really just supposed to be a Sims-like game. It just looks really realistic, and you can make characters that look like this. So I just don't see myself playing it. It will be interesting, actually, to see what people say online when it comes out. If there's some cool strategy elements to the Sims part, maybe it looks to make characters like this looks pretty cool, but we'll have to see what the gameplay's like. Okay. New Nintendo Direct. Yeah, we talked about this coming up this week. Let's see real quick. Is there anything new here? No. Okay. Jeff Keighley and Christopher Dring. I recognize that name. Oh, okay. Yeah, I recognize him, but I didn't know if he was a developer, but it was more it looks like in the writing side of things. Okay, so they announced a new publication, The Game Business. It's a B2B site. It'll have a physical event alongside Summer Game Fest. So that's interesting. Is this sort of Jeff Keighley's way to do a DICE type thing? Maybe. Unless it's a different layer of business. We'll deliver regular B2B podcasts and newsletters, as well as a physical event set to run alongside this year's Summer Games Fest. The Game Business Live will take place on June 9th in Los Angeles, with tickets going on sale to early subscribers. But I'm curious what this actually is. The publication's output will initially include twice weekly video podcast featuring interviews and news discussion as well as the newsletter. The mission of the game business is to support the health of the gaming industry and clarify its complexities for consumers. Clarify for consumers. So it's the game business, but it seems like it's still made for consumers. And I wonder if this is more of like, the inside movie magic type of thing. I don't know how to explain it and I kind of like this. It's really a focus on the game dev side, but business. But how far into business? That's what I'm curious about. Is it just financials? Here's how to be a stockbroker. That's not what we want out of video games. And that's the thing about the game business. The business side of games is what hurts games. So I'm really curious, again, what they plan to get out of this. Okay. My goal is to connect industry members to engage in open and constructive discussions about how we can make this business stronger, better, and more sustainable for everyone who cares about this medium and its future. Okay, that sounds like a pretty good goal. Jeff may be backing it, but TGB is not part of the Game Awards. This is a separate entity that I'm responsible for, but Jeff's support does mean we can go faster. I can make most of it free, and it means we could put on our first. Okay. Very cool. So I do like the sound of this. I will be watching for that. June 9th is the live event or something. Okay, Sony confirms the Indiana Jones PS5 date with Uncharted crossover. I don't know if you guys saw this. Check it out when you're done. There is this date reveal for Indiana Jones, and it's Troy Baker and Nolan North, right? Nolan North? I always get him confused with Nathan Fillion and his character Nolan on The Rookie, because the character of Drake was based on Nathan Fillion. And in fact, back in 2000, whenever Uncharted first came out, I spoke to, I forget what it was. One of the developers, I was doing a thing, and my question was with the developer, like, it seems like, because Firefly, I think, was just got popular again. It's cult status, and it was like, hey, is this like a Nathan Fillion sort of thing? They're like, yeah, that's where some of the ideas for how to have his character structured comes from, which I think is a really good. Anyway, I love Nolan North. And this is kind of funny because the idea is he's Drake from Uncharted that's been on PlayStation, and now we're getting this Xbox game that's Indiana Jones on PlayStation, which is interesting that it matters, because I guess it's the idea we have this voice talent. Let's make use of them since we don't pay them a lot anyway. And so they have Indiana Jones and Drake hang out, as kind of a fun little play. But I'm kind of mad about that because when was the last Uncharted? Well, the last proper Drake Uncharted. So I guess there was that add-on one, but 2016. So that was nearly 10 years ago, right? What else happened 10 years ago? Bloodborne, right? And people have been asking for sequels, remasters. So you think within that time how much people would want a sequel, remaster, or other games that have got sequels in that time. It's just weird for Sony to celebrate Indiana Jones coming on their platform using Drake, who hasn't had a game in a while. And in fact, a lot of that, in my opinion, could be because of Sony focusing on that kind of prestige gaming for like all their franchises. Uncharted 4 to me was pretty boring. I love the graphics were great. I liked what it was doing, but I was like, this is Sony doing their like walking simulator stuff. And did we see another Uncharted after that? Again, we saw the Lost Something, the whatever it was called. There was that add-on, and then they released it as a separate. Anyway, no, we haven't seen another Uncharted because no one really cares after that last one. Think about that. It's interesting what Sony then pushes and what they don't, like Horizon. I don't think people really care about Horizon too much, but they made a sequel. People really like Uncharted, but they don't make, it doesn't make sense, a lot of these moves Sony's doing, especially considering they've had to close a bunch of studios, cancel a bunch of games. So I think it is not far removed from me to, make a claim that they're not making the best decisions. I think it's pretty accurate. There was a DLC when you played as those ladies, but otherwise no games. We did get that movie, which didn't do hot. Yeah, and I saw the movie too, and I was like, it's a funny movie. Uncharted, though? No. It's very weird, I tell you. And Sony does a bad job with their brands, I tell you. Because the one that they loved so much and they have a bunch of care for, it's not even theirs, and that's Spider-Man. PlayStation needs to do a better job of focusing on their stuff. So, let me move on from that. Okay. You know what? That is all. So we're going to do a couple things. There's a demo for a shmup coming out, but it doesn't have a date. And so we're going to try that real quick. Game play. Okay. I think I need a fix. Because remember when I was playing before and is there no like reset? Align? Just center? No, because the whole... I did mess it up today. Oh, wait. Edit, undo. So we're going to do... Oh, what I'm going to do... Actually, this is easy. Delete layer, add layer. Display capture, because they haven't figured out... Wait, is there a whole other... There we go. Now I got to move this down. Okay. Okay, so it's crazy how much this sounds like a Sega Genesis game. All right. Oh, you remember this? See, I don't know anything about this. If it was a game before or something. I mean, it looks like something that has existed for sure. I like the way this looks. Wait, what's this? Convert to points. So is there some sort of leveling? That's pretty neat. I don't have any money. So. Oh, you hear the ships? They're very cool. Kind of weird looking. Okay, enjoy the music. What? The controls are really good. Okay, what are some other buttons? Although I do gotta kill this guy. B did a bomb. A, what? I don't know what that was. It's like a temporary shield or something. Wow, I just ran right into that. Alright, interesting. Not really sure what's going on. It almost seems like it's set up to be procedurally generated. Like, you get just little sections to maybe get money. Oh, okay, so I don't need to grab the coins. They just go automatically to me. So then it's really just about the dodging. I don't have to worry about getting... Yeah, interesting. Just keeps moving to these new places. I wonder if more is going to be happening. All right. Well, while there, this at least right now seems to be kind of easy. One thing I'll give it is the controls are. But I'm just trying to see. Can I? I was seeing if I could like speed up or slow down because I have some pretty slippery movement, which is pretty good if I get used to it too. And this D-pad, oh, it's so good. I'm doing full circles. So that, and then I just have this, one attack that seemed like it upgraded. Oh yeah, there's that, and then again the little shield in front. Okay. I don't think I'm missing. Oh, that was. Ooh, I thought that cloud was a laser. I'm not really missing anything. Oh, interesting. Oh. Oh. Okay, that thing took me up fast. Okay, so game over. I'm assuming this is a roguelike, which is kind of disappointing. Because I went through a bunch of different... Okay. By Melee 1. So, okay, Melee must have been that... When I was pressing A and that little ball would come out. Okay, secrets. Progress. Oh, so a bunch of secrets to get. I'm not even first. Okay, let's... All right. Okay, let's see. Does this have some sort of... If I press start, I could choose multiple levels, but let's... Okay. Convert to points. Oh, okay. But there's nothing to cash out because I died. So maybe there is an end to that level. You know what I mean? Like, because I don't have anything. So maybe, but I got a bunch of points. So if you don't beat a level, maybe you don't get... That's cool, though, that there's 3 different characters. Although, how would I exit this game? Very strange. There's not... Oh. Yeah, let's quit. Let's look at... let me go back to... Or I could, do this. Store page. Let's see. 6 stages, 6 plus. Yeah, Lords of Thunder. Yeah, it has a lot of that. And Thunder Force, I could see that. Players will dodge and weave through. Yeah. Choose your hero. Boss. I bet the level just takes longer for me to beat. I think. Between levels at each of the world's in-game shops. Okay, so it looks like it's not a roguelike, but it does have an upgrade system, which is cool. But it's a matter of me kind of memorizing, kind of like what you guys were saying earlier. You like this game? Have you ever played R-Type? Oh yeah, huge R-Type fan. I think R-Type was the first shmup I ever played on Super Nintendo. Well, no, I played whatever was in the arcade back in the day. Galaga, Galaxian. But yeah, huge. I mean, I know you don't know this about me, Talos, but I am a huge shmup fan. I've played so many that people probably haven't even heard of. Do I still have... I used to have a shmup category in Steam. Anyway, let me go to the discussion. I want to see if anyone's talking about. Okay. Good game, but there are some things to consider. Add an option to rebind keyboard keys. I use arrows. Okay. Depending on the stage, some bullets. There's some stutter. Okay. None of that stuff seemed to be an issue for me. Okay, the scoring is too simple. No ship speed. I thought that was a little odd. The bullets are hard to see. They blend. Okay, that was the only thing for me. Yeah, I wouldn't say I had a bullet issue. It was just that boss or that enemy I was fighting with the tail attack. I just wasn't really paying attention. Okay, so I got to say this game is pretty cool. Just don't know the price. Like if this comes out at like that's what it's hard to say. If it comes out at 20, it's going to be hard for me to be like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. If it's like $8.99, it's like sure. I feel bad, but this is just one of those where I feel like I'm going to spend a lot of time repeating. Oh, that's cool. They Live, a little nod to the movie, maybe not. But anyway, I just love the graphics, love the sound. This is very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, we probably don't have time because I've got to go, but Gal Guardian Servants of the Dark comes out tomorrow. This is a game I really want to play. I've got the first one, but it didn't really hit the spot because it wasn't really a Metroidvania. This one, on the other hand, is made as a Metroidvania. And it's the same developers, if I'm not mistaken, of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Is that true? Yeah, Curse. Okay, they did Curse of the Moon. Let's see what their top sellers are. Yeah, they helped, but I guess they were the ones that did the Mega Man. They were helping. Yeah, what's his name? Keiji Inafune. Keiji Inafune with the Mega Man. That looks interesting. Dragon Marked for Death. Anyway, so this game comes out tomorrow, and normally I would buy it and play it, but I've been using up my funny money budget, so since the demo save file transfers to the full game. So my plan really is just to play, and I just downloaded it, but play the demo up as far as I can. I played this on stream before, but I'm really going to use it as my main game until I have to buy the full one. So, let's see. Damascus Gear games. No, let me look that up, actually. Damascus Gear. Oh, let me put game. Interesting. Okay, isometric shooter in a mech. Okay. Mixed reviews. Arc System Works. Okay, I'm getting all the signs of a good game, and it's on sale for $4.59. Well, let me add this to my wish list. Thanks, JamKillX. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out. Where is it? That was a lot of fun. Glad to talk video games. I'll be back tomorrow. Always curious to be what my next main is going to be. I don't have one right now, so we'll see. So, all right, until next time, see you guys later. Have a good one.